lived alone in a small house on a hill. Isaac kept to himself, drawing pictures and playing with his toys as his mom watched Christian broadcasts on the television. Life was simple, and they were both happy. That was until the day Isaac's mom heard a voice from above. "Your son has become corrupted by sin. He needs to be saved." "I will do my best to save him, my lord," Isaac's mother replied, rushing into Isaac's room, removing all that was evil from his life. Again, the voice called to her. "Isaac's soul is still corrupt. He needs to be cut off from all that is evil in this world and confess his sins." "I will follow your instructions, Lord. I have faith in thee," Isaac's mother replied, as she locked Isaac in his room, away from the evils of the world. One last time, Isaac's mom heard the voice of God calling to her. "You've done as I've asked, but I still question your devotion to me. To prove your faith, I will ask one more thing of you." "Yes, Lord, anything," Isaac's mother begged. "To prove your love and devotion, I require a sacrifice. Your son, Isaac, will be this sacrifice. Go into his room and end his life as an offering to me to prove you love me above all else." "Yes, Lord," she replied, grabbing a butcher's knife from the kitchen. Isaac, watching through a crack in his door, trembled in fear. Scrambling around his room to find a hiding place, he noticed a trap door to the basement hidden under his rug. Without hesitation, he flung open the hatch, just as his mother burst through his door and threw himself down into the unknown depths below.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Vid-Bits. I'm Bray. Today it's been a rough day. I don't typically talk about my personal life or kind of what happens for the most part. I mean, I give brief glimpses just to kind of provide some sort of understanding as to what's going on with me. I know we had a specific time that I had talked to you guys about to stream today. Unfortunately, quite some things have happened. I got in a bad car accident with my partner. We were both okay. We're both doing well. It's just a little traumatizing. Kind of puts a lot of things into perspective, especially considering what I at least see as the severity of what happened just a few hours ago, the accident. You know, we didn't hit any other cars, and we just unfortunately went off the road due to ice and snow, so, you know, fuck winter weather. But, yeah, that's kind of what's going on with me. So if I seem a little bit different, a little off for tonight's stream, that kind of brings a little bit of context as to why. But aside from that, I'd like to kind of, stream to try to get my mind off it. You guys are always the most supportive, some of the best people to talk to. So I just I appreciate all of the kind words and everything. Shout out to everyone who was here for the stream the other night. Let's try to get back into things. Get things going. I know I'm a little flustered. But we're gonna have a good time tonight. I see it coming. But yeah, another thing, and God, I sound like a fucking public service announcement, but wear your fucking seatbelt. Wear your seatbelt. There were two people in my car. I did not wear a seatbelt, and they wore a seatbelt. They wore one, and I'm fucked up. Not broken bones, nothing like hospital worthy, but like when they say you feel like you've been in a car accident, I have been in a car accident, so yeah, yeah. but I digress. Wear your fucking seatbelt. Whether you're the driver, whether you're a passenger, wear your fucking seatbelt, okay? That's the end of Bray's little public service announcement. Just stay safe out there, especially if you live in a state where it snows quite a bit. It can be you know, it can be rough, and sometimes you need to do things and you need to be out in the road, and it's a necessity. But if you don't need to be out there when it's snowing like crazy, just don't. It's not worth the risk. Because sure, neither of us are like severely hurt, but fuck, we are both very shooken up after this whole thing. So hopefully this gets out to the right people who maybe need to yeah, I will. If I feel anything too crazy, I'll go get checked for internal bleeding. But I appreciate the concern, Punch Mage. All right. Like I said, I don't. It's not that I'm against getting into my personal life. It's more so just that I don't ever. I don't know. Some people go online and just bitch about their personal life, and that's not at all what I want this to be perceived as. The channel, that is. It's more so just that if you're like, well, what the fuck is going on with Bray? Why hasn't he been streaming? You know, I kind of wanted you guys to understand my work situation, how I was transitioning to a new job and kind of getting the hang of things, and then, you know, when it came to my mental health, I felt like because you guys are so caring and understanding that I felt open enough to want to share those things, as well as, you know, with what's going on, what had happened today. In some communities aren't a safe place to do that. Luckily, we have we have a very accepting and loving group of people where we have the privilege to, you know, to explain what's going on in our lives. I know Pops has kind of, you know, he had a rough couple Pac-Man streams where, you know, I think everyone could tell his mental health was not in a great spot. A couple people in chat talked to him, and, you know, and he addressed the fact that he wasn't doing well mentally through a series of, you know, community posts. And I'm just glad that we can be vulnerable and we can show that side of ourselves at times, you know, to just kind of let you guys know how we're doing. It kind of sucks to think that there are channels out there where you really wouldn't feel comfortable explaining your personal life, or like they wait way too long to explain like a critical problem that's going on with them. Like everyone in the community can tell that something's going on with that creator, and then that creator doesn't like acknowledge that until way after the fact. Purple heart. Should I have not picked that up? Fuck. I don't want the purple heart. I want the magic thing. The nose goblin. Oh, a little Ren and Stimpy reference there. Just weird. Like, I've been in very few situations in my life where I've experienced like real adrenaline, and I've heard that it's a myth, like that your body doesn't actually perceive or feel that, but I don't know, from personal experience I wouldn't say that that's true. Like, I've only really felt like that in the periods of like the worst pain that I've gone through. And, you know, obviously it's not just adrenaline on its own. You know, your body releases stuff to kind of mitigate the pain. Oh my god, wait. I didn't mean to screenshot. Woo! Shout out to Punch Mage. I'm so sorry that I didn't even acknowledge the super chat. Screw you, old man Winter. Oh, for sure, man. Thank you so much. That means so much, Punch. I was like, I knew I was forgetting something. I was just kind of rambling, but yeah, man. I don't know. It's weird how moments like this can kind of put things into perspective. You know, I was having a lot of self-worth issues recently, and it's fucked up to say, but I'm not really quite as worried about that now. When you go through a traumatic experience, it's like, fuck, whatever daily thing was bothering me is not quite as big of a fucking deal as whatever I've recently been through. And I'll try not to make this whole stream about that, but fuck. I'm just so glad that we're both okay. It was just, I think that was the biggest stress to me more than anything. I don't give a fuck about a car. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's like, in the moment I'm like, fuck, we just got this car fixed, but again, it's like, that's nothing compared to the safety of both passengers, like, everyone there. That's, you know, I don't know. I think some people take that kind of stuff for granted when they get in a wreck. Got a decent power-up stack right now, nothing too crazy. Nothing to write home about, but it's going. Got a challenge room up top that I can't access. Coin room on the left. Oh, these fuckers. Some of my least favorite enemies in this game, to be honest. Fuck. It's a good poll. It's a good question. I too would like to know. I like it. See, the big rooms are a good change of pace, but it's like, come on. It's a lot of enemies that can spawn. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's like it's just kind of setting in. Whatever I've got going is working. The boogers? Dude, the fucking boogers are just killing it. Damage and luck. Sweet. That's what I'm looking for, man. Just gotta keep on keeping on. Okay. That means something. Oh, when I get attacked, someone flies. That's not bad. Do they travel with me room to room? They do. There's actually like an advantage to damaging yourself. So like if there were extra hearts and I had full health, I could literally like step on spikes or something to get flies to spawn, so they'll like stack into the next room. Dude, it was so awkward, like riding in the back of the cop car and then just hearing like fucking 3 to 5 calls on the radio of other people who were in the exact same situation as us, because like I said, at least tonight nobody should have been driving unless they had to, and to be fair, I had to, and we had to. Like, I wasn't behind the wheel, but we had to get home. Like, both got work tomorrow. But it's like, fuck. It's like, it's crazy to think how just because, like, when it snows, like, the amount of people who get in fucking accidents just, like, skyrocket. It's not even, like, a lot of the times there's literally nothing you could have done. Like, our alternative of going off the road was hitting another car. And it's like, I think it's better to go off the road than to hit another car. Could be wrong. I'm a semi-new driver, so I don't really... I mean, I don't know. Forty-8-hour energy. What do these do? I think I'm gonna bomb and get out of this room. Oh, it's... This room is shit, man. You might want to go... Oh my god. I need to. I need to get out of here. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's go back to the coin room. Maybe we can buy some health. What the fuck do those things do? No, it's not been beaten, but we're gonna definitely beat it before the end of the year. That was the goal. I was originally planning on doing BO2 campaign today, but fuck, I needed something a little bit easier. And it's weird to say that this is easier, but it's kind of mindless. Like, I don't have to, like... I mean, it's a good thing to focus on, but I don't have to, like, put 100% of effort into, like, keeping myself alive. Whereas I'm playing on a higher difficulty for the campaign, and I feel like my reaction time right now, especially... given the fact that I was in an accident, is just like supremely low. Like, I'm just like fucking mentally drained, and I wanted to spend some time with you guys, get a stream in. But we will be back doing some more Black Ops 2 campaign at some point during the week. Alright, so we don't have a key. Fuck. I didn't even know for sure if there would be one there. What? Like I said, my fucking reaction time is shot. I mean, I didn't even, like, realize what the fuck just happened until I was dead. I ran into the room with the force that I normally do, and I was fucking doomed from the start. That was a really good laydown last time, I feel like. Those booger goblins were fucking going crazy. God damn. Okay. I think we can work with this. This might not be the best. If we could get fire rate up, that would definitely increase our attack power, but... Oh, shit. What the fuck is up with the cum puddle, bro? Just shoots so slow. I mean, it's nice because you can stack damage with it, but fuck. I can't output enough damage or like to kill the small ads and stuff. That should have killed me. Okay, that was surprisingly close. I need a new fire or like a new tier mode soon. This shit's fucking garbanzo beans. Like, look at how slow it's taking to kill these. Like, fuck, spiders are more difficult than the big boss. Oh, fucking Band-Aid's gonna fix that. Here to vote on the poll. I'm legitimately interested what people consider to be the best version of the game and why. It's fucking spiders. See, and it can travel a decent amount and kill a decent amount of enemies. It's just like, I don't know. It's kind of finicky. X-Lax? What the fuck? But, like, yeah, X-Lax is like, fucking laxative. It's gonna make you shit. Homing shots. Now this is where things get interesting. See, the combination of both of these, that could be pretty powerful. See how aggressively it homes. Not very aggressively. It turned purple, but it doesn't seem to do more damage. Like, it's just so difficult to kill spiders with. The smaller the target, the more difficult it becomes, I feel like, with this kind of attack. But it's powerful. It's pretty solid. Shout out to Pops for moderating tonight, of course. Ooh, keys and bombs, eh? That evens the odds a little bit. Puts it a little bit more in my favor. Oh, this guy's not awful. He does not have a lot of health. fucking crushed him. Range up. I feel like this has like near infinite range. How could you give me more range on this? Blood and guts. Wow. What the fuck? I'm building an unholy combo here. It's a lot of money. Got some nickels. It's pretty good. Wow. Wait, so that's constant while I'm charging? Oh, so that gives me defense while I'm charging the big boy blast. Okay. Okay, that's fucking okay, what the hell? Or just constant anyways. I'm just always spewing blood. Holy shit. Wow. Two more coins. Huh. Yeah, I agree. It is a good lead-in for it's a good lead-in for Pops' streams for sure. Challenge up. Fuck, I can't drop that now. Down the corner. Holy shit. Oh, we cooked them. More health, damage, and health up. Ooh, we're on a good streak here. Oh, 3 votes so far. I'll vote. Oh, I can't. Streamlabs just doesn't work that way. But yeah, welcome. Hope you're all doing well tonight. Vote on the poll. Do you believe that this version of Binding of Isaac is the best? And if not, or if so, let me know why. Magnetizing tears. So we got homing tears, magnetizing tears. Fuck. Okay, let's see. Can we one-shot gluttony? No, we can't one-shot him, but fuck. It still doesn't stand a chance. That's just impossible. What a weird formation. The blood splatter is crazy, dude. This fucking combo is just going ham. Oh shit, okay. Let's go back. Nice. I'll take a flat damage bonus. One shot. All of them. Wow. I mean, this one, knock on wood, might take me to the fucking end. It started off kind of mediocre, but the ones that started stacking with it just went insane. Dead. Fucking destroyed. Evil plus range. Damn, that was a lot of stuff. I wonder. I'm stupid. Why the fuck did I'm not thinking the right way. Just gotta be careful around rooms like this. Like, what the fuck? I could have got that bomb. Like, I don't know what I've got that makes all these hearts drop, but I'm fucking thankful as shit for it. Is it the blood? Is it like when I do damage with that? Like, shit, it's fucking carrying here. Blue flames. How can blue flames just not get put out? Why did I put a bomb down? Oh, so they can get put out. The more you know. I did not know that. That's a new thing for me. Then again, with each different version of this game, they add, or I mean, he adds fucking so many things. I'm not sure how big the team has gotten at this point, but I just imagined Edmund fucking sitting by himself, just going ham, making a bunch of upgrades. Like, this is gonna be fucking fire. Don't know very much about him, like his personal life or anything, but I mean, the different status effect combos are just satisfying as hell. There's a reason why this is still a lot of people's go-to pick for this type of game. This type of experience. I feel like it just nails it. Skadoosh. Damage and range up. Okay, dude, we've got fucking infinite range at this point. Can clear the whole screen. Literally, look. Can clear the whole screen with a non-charged blast. We can get something that's not fucking range, okay? We can get something a little different. I get it. The universe is trying to make me a little happier after today's events, but fuck. Like, bro, we almost, oh my god, this fucking combo's insane. Like, those enemies have so much health. What the fuck? That is just crazy. May your rage bring power. What's this? Tears up. Sweet. That just charge time in this entrance? Oh, so that's Empress. 2 prayers for the lost. Oh! Shout out Hierophant. Hierophant green, perhaps. Bro, the tier production is this is fucking insane. So now I fart too? What the fuck are the purple flames, bro? Zip. Oh my god, hookworm? Wait, does that... Oh, I thought this was the one that makes it, like, spin around in fucking circles. That would have been a crazy combo. I'm interested to see. Okay, so the purple ones are also given extra hearts. They just get magnetized to each other. That, oh my gosh. This might be one of my favorite combos. Oh shit. What the fuck? What the fuck just happened? I thought Empress was just a mom stomp. Can you not use that in this fucking fight? The reference is, the fucking Simon's Quest reference is crazy. I need to be more careful. Fuck yeah.
Isaac was cornered. His mother,
Woo!
with the desire to serve her God, was bearing down.
Welcome to stream, Amazing Pug.
I will do as I'm told, my lord. I love you above all else, Isaac's mother repeated to herself.
And it feels really good to get a little bit of good luck for once.
Too strong for him. But just as he accepted his fate, God intervened, sending an angel down from above to stop his mother's hand. And just like that, it was over.
Wazza! We did it! We beat our first clear of this version of the game. So I have now officially beat a clear, at least one, in every version of the game. Wow, this is how big I just asked how big the team had gotten. Here you go. This is how fucking big it is now. I don't know if this is all, like, how many people kind of hopped on throughout the years, but that's crazy. We're gonna keep going, of course. Do some more runs. That one, the game fucking handed that one to me, man. See, wow. Challenge 20, 21, 22, 25. Does unlock mean I completed them, or now I can do them? Oh, okay. Challenges. Wait, what the fuck? Huh. Oh, I can now do them. Yeah. So which challenge should I do? Like, do they give me different, like, life gives you lemons. Okay. This is so stupid. I'm so much more familiar with the tarot cards now because of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like, I could not have named a single tarot card before, and I just think it's funny. Oh, I'm fucking dead. Yeah, bro, I don't know about a challenge run. I think we're gonna do another normal run.
Justice.
Not picking up hearts for 2 levels. 2 levels without taking damage. Fuck. Okay, so there goes beating 2 levels without taking a hit. Jesus. It's their blood, I forgot. I feel like I can do these 2 challenges. Not challenge runs, but I feel like I could definitely unlock those characters. Fuck it. Fuck it. No reason to throw this run away. We'll get some of the character unlocks over time, I bet. Just gotta try harder. Man, when you were when you're in that period where you were just powerful and you're back to the start of the run, you're like, fuck. This is what it was like. Powerlessness. Five votes so far and it's all yes. Okay. Okay, so people fuck with repentance, I see. I thought Rebirth wasn't bad. I actually thought Rebirth was quite easy for some reason. I felt like the drop rates were kind of different, but that could have just been my individual experience. But then again, I wasn't able... Rebirth was the first time I completed any Isaac runs, and then I went back and played the original, and finally had cleared a run after getting super lucky, so it was like, not sure. Fuck. Fuck, no keys, no bombs. Oh, there's a key. Fuck yeah. What the fuck does that even mean, dude? Wow. I can jump. What the fuck? It's time you learned how. You can jump in The Binding of Isaac. What the fuck? It doesn't really do a whole lot, but you can do it now. Thanks to this power up, you can jump around. Oh, you can jump over shit. Can I land in that? Yeah, don't tell me I can't get shit. Oh shit, fuck. Ran into a fucking death trap there. Yeet. It's a nice get out of jail kind of move. You don't get many of those. And in retrospect, I can't believe I just said that. Like, fuck. Oh, there goes my jumping ability. What, do they just break his fucking legs? Oh, you can't jump anymore, bud. Crawling around fucking on the floor. That just seems like a shitty start. A fucking mimic? Oh, the chest stabbed me before I pick shit up? Oh, the fucking poos, bro. The great mighty poo. Fuck. Why are these some of the more difficult enemies so far? And of course they fucking split down. Why wouldn't they? Some of the most annoying enemies of all time all split down. So they're like, yeah, let's make some more of those. Come on. Come on. Lord have mercy. Fucking... What? Why? Why? Oh, I'm fucked. I have half a heart. The one that splits, I think. If it is, I'm so fucked. Come on. Firing my laser. I'm pretty fucking sure that's what that is. Some of the Isaac references are kind of dated now. Oh, to a fly, bro. To a fucking puny fly. Oh my god, dude. The RNG so far just blow me up. The fuck is that? Fucking tell me I can't go in there. Like, I can go in any room I please. Dude, imagine a bunch of flies just like fucking cosplaying a creepy humanoid. Hey yo, my coworker. Stinky breath. Thank God. Or I guess he's not really my coworker anymore. He got transferred, but fuck.
Yellow kill.
You have 2 bombs, or just a lot of luck in 1 bomb, you can fucking clear this, like, instantly. The Butterbean! The Butterbean! I don't know what the fuck that is, but it sounds cool. Eye drops. Alright. Fucking clutch that. Welcome everyone. Hope you're doing well. I am alright. If you read the description, it gives you a little brief as to kind of what's going on with me. Like I just said before, got in a minor car accident. It's kind of like, I wouldn't say it's a minor car accident, because when you think minor car accident, you think fender bender. Definitely went off the road into a ditch, through some brush kind of deal. So it's like in the middle. It's like not a major car accident where anyone was seriously injured. Just, I got pretty frustrating minor injuries. Just like fucking, pulling muscles and like real bad fucking soreness. When they say, kind of like how you feel when you say, man, it feels like I've been in a car accident. I've heard Pops say that a couple times, and it's like, yeah, that's kind of how this feels. It's like, I'm not dying, but fuck, not doing the greatest. Gonna have to take some pain medicine to get through my work day and shit tomorrow, but I'll be all right. I feel more blessed that both me and my partner are all right, and we're both safe. That's really all that matters to me. But yeah, and for one reason or another, I got home and thought, fuck, I want to play some Binding of Isaac. See what the homies are up to. Because it's like, I don't know, I used to have online friends, and they would, like, we'd all hop in a call, or we all kind of text back and forth while we're playing games and shit, and it's just like, they don't really do that quite as much anymore. So it's just like when I want to get, you know, spend some time with the homies, it's you guys sometimes. Don't get me wrong, I still have friends. It's just like we don't text like we used to, and we don't really we don't play games together like we used to, which I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. Which is kind of why, like, when I'm not streaming, and if I'm playing games, which I play games, you know, less than I used to, of course, which I feel like is kind of something that happens when you get older. Not that you want to, it's just that, like, fuck, you work now, and, you know, you hurt, and you don't have quite as much time, spare time on your hands, and that's all right. It actually, in my opinion, makes me appreciate the time I spend playing games a lot more than you know, I would just, as a kid, I just worked, you know, 8 to 10 hour shifts on the game. As soon as I got home to an unreasonably late time at night, and then I'd compromise my sleep for the next day, and you know, go in groggy and fucking pissed off. But it was worth it. As a kid, it was worth it. I got to have some of the best social experiences of my life because I did shit like that. So I wouldn't change it for the world, man. I made a post on Instagram. I made I replied to a thread or whatever. It was just people talking about Destiny, and it's kind of stupid, but that was my game of choice as a 9-10-year-old up until like 14, 15, hardcore or whatever. Not to say I didn't love and appreciate a lot of other games. I you know, especially at the time, started getting more into retro games and more indie games as well. But you know, at the time, that's what I was playing. I know, dumb, stupid decisions as a child, of course. Invest in the wrong game. But like, but between that and Call of Duty Black Ops 2, you know, there's a couple other games that come to mind. Of course, Minecraft, and you know, the usual suspects: Minecraft, Terraria, classic memory makers. Okay, come on, get those hearts. But you know, as much as it may have made my school career a little bit more difficult for me personally, I was able to kind of learn and grow as a person. And I had made this post, and I was like, yeah, I learned my communication skills from randos and Black Ops 2 zombies and Destiny raids at 9 to 10 years old, and people are just like, yeah, me too. It's cool to think that you know, there is a healthy side to online gaming, even if you are younger. And like, don't get me wrong, you'd get the usual ridicule of being a squeaker when you're like that fucking age, but shit, you know, it was still, you still felt almost privileged to be able to interact with other people who were older than you, socially, in a sense, where it was like, man, I'm with the cool older kids. It was like, meanwhile, it was fucking, you know, 10 to 12-year-old me with a fucking 45-year-old man who plays this like it's his job. And there, you know, there were times I played with streamers and stuff, and but they were just, I don't know, every streamer I ever met in the Destiny community in person, or you know, heard of on stream, not because I didn't really watch a whole lot of streams, they were always fucking assholes. And it was like, unfortunately, guys, this is indicative of the entire community as a whole, which isn't necessarily true, but like, you will always have those communities that like don't make you want to get invested. What the fuck? Chat, what the fuck? It covers the whole screen. Holy fucking shit. I just lost whatever train of thought I was on. I'm gonna fucking wreck this shit. Oh, they're not high powered. What the fuck? It's kind of... Oh, holy shit. Yeah, it's... I wouldn't... You know, I don't really think about it that way, Pops. It's really just... I do a little check in my head. Is Brayden gonna be a fun person to watch tonight? Is it gonna be fun to interact with him? You know, as a little mind experiment, whereas it's like I'm thinking about myself from a different, someone else's perspective. And if the answer is no, especially if the answer is immediately no, I don't really feel the need to stream, I guess. And it's not that I don't want to, but it's like I don't want to fucking be some, be that guy that nobody wants to interact with, or is just like people are only watching because he's getting fucking frustratingly angry. Or like he's getting so frustrated that he just starts blowing up. Like, and don't get me wrong, when it's like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, games I know going in are difficult, I totally get it. That's the I typically expect getting angry going into it, so it's not really the same kind of situation. But when it's like when I'm already angry and I feel like I'm just gonna be a fucking asshole on stream, I just tend to not stream. But I'm starting to feel a lot better mentally and starting to recover physically, aside from, recent events. That's kind of, made it a little... Oh, this is such a good power. Such a good power right off the rip. This power, Daddy Longlegs, is actually how I was able to beat Rebirth for the first time. But I digress. Aside from, today's events, I've been doing a lot better. My self-worth has been a lot better, and I feel like it's made it so I think I'll be streaming more because I have more confidence, and I would want to be around myself now, if that makes sense. Whereas it's like before, I don't know if I would have wanted to listen to myself talk. Sometimes I hold the controller too, I've got the grip too hard, and I fucking drop a bomb on accident. That one was on purpose, but then I didn't really need to in retrospect. Fuck. No keys. Yeah, this is a good one. Wow, what the fuck? I go through the top, the barriers to the screen. Interesting, okay. I love how all the new powers that they add just bring, leagues of new playstyles and availability. It's fucking sweet. Like, I feel like, with each different version, it makes sense why you paid that little bit of money. As much as it's more like a DLC adding on to the same game, I like how he also wants clear and distinct versions that are different. Like, the first iteration of Isaac is not this, and neither is the second iteration of Isaac. As much as the last one is similar to this one, with less general changes, it's still different. Oh, dude, wow. And the references, man, the fucking references go crazy. One of the fucking coolest parts about this game. Got the Bomberman, the little pink doodle that Bomberman's got on his head. Man, I remember I played and beat... It's fucked up, but I can only think of like 20 games that I've beaten in total. and one of them is the Bomberman game for DS. I don't even feel like it was originally on DS. I feel like it might have... No, yes, it was the DS Bomberman, but I played it on my 3DS. I don't know. Game was hard as fuck, but I beat it. It was and then I beat Super Mario Land 2 6 golden coins as a kid without like using save states, because it's funny, after I beat the game I realized what the fucking shit in the pause menu meant, which was the save stating stuff, and I realized I didn't have to like spend the hundreds of hours, at least as a kid it felt like, to beat this game. And it is impressive in retrospect that I was able to beat it without saving. But it was like, or like the game has a natural save, but it's not like you can save in the middle of the level. And the last level is fucking insane. It like got that Nintendo hard, that fucking Metroid fucking, you know, get mad at yourself kind of difficulty. Oh shit. Yeah, let's go! Blew myself to fucking smithereens. Have I voted on the poll? Fuck. No. The fuck is this? Oh, who fucking knows? I'm playing so sloppy. Oh, the stakes are here. Let's slop them up! I used to be a piece of shit. Let the boy hold the bait. Let the guy hold the bait. I'm sorry, but I think the baby thinks that people can't change.
I can see forever.
They can't stop you from ordering a big, juicy, medium rare cut of steak and a cup of water. Oh, pageant boy, give me some money. Shitty power up. That one fucking sucked. See, like, oh fuck. That was a waste. I just bumped the trigger on accident. Or the bumper rather. But man, some of the background characters in I Think You Should Leave are just like, steal the show, man. Like, they just steal the show, and it's so fucking silly because it's so nonsensical, but like once you get it, it's some of the funniest shit for some reason. Like, and I'll just hear certain words that remind me of bits from that show, and I'm like, fuck. Like, people will be talking at work, or like a customer will ask me a question, and they will have just phrased it right for it to remind me of something goofy as fuck, but completely unrelated. And then I'm just thinking of a fucking meme or a bit in my head the whole conversation. I'm like, yep, okay, yeah. And I'm like trying to help them, but like, fuck, I just want to complete the bit in my mind, like go through all the parts of it and it's just like, it's so fucking stupid. It's such a stupid little fucking internal thing that I do, but sometimes you need shit like that to make life fucking interesting. It's like those memes where it has a series of words that randomly just happen to sound like a phrase or a name or like something well known, and they'll just like put a superimposed picture of that thing, and then it'll circle the text or whatever, and it'll be something so random and like fucking stupid. But it's always, I don't know, it's always those fucking memes. Like, I remember my grandma showed me something like that at one time, and she's like, what does this mean? What does someone mean by this if they send it to me? And I'm like, it doesn't really mean anything, I'm gonna be honest. Some memes are just meant to be appreciated. Like, I don't know. You just, like, it's like you could misread whatever the words are as the thing that they're fucking referencing. And the whole idea is it's so fucking stupid. It's like, I'm trying to think of a fucking, okay, an example, right? The song title, Eleanor Rigby from the Beatles, written out. And then it circles the part that says Rigby, and then they superimpose a picture of Rigby from Regular Show. Shit like that. Or, like, just like, sometimes it's making, you know, niche references to the whatever IP or whatever the thing it's you know, referencing. But it's so dumb, but it works so well. It's interesting how some meme formats, like, it sounds dumb as fuck when you explain it, but like, for some reason it just scratches that stupid fucking itch in your brain. Like yeah, I've thought that before. Or there's this infamous clip of this guy like freaking out on the school bus, and he's like, one of those moments where it's like, student owns bus driver. And he's just complaining about the conditions of the school bus or whatever, or like how unsafe he thinks the driver is, and then it just is like a picture of Benson from Regular Show because that guy just sounds just like him. So like and then especially it's one of those situations where once you fucking hear that, and someone's like, yeah, that reminds me of this character, it's like, fuck, now I can't unhear this person as this fucking random character, even though like they're not even trying to put on a voice typically, it's just how they sound. But like, I was talking the other day about how some games are very talkable while streaming. Like it's very easy and natural to talk about things, and I feel like this is one of those games. But like some games, it's fucking impossible to try to come up with like thought-provoking or like insightful commentary to whatever you're doing, because it's just like you have to put so much focus onto what you're doing. Like speedrunning, for example. The only conversation I can really have while speedrunning, and you know, it's not exclusive, but for the most part, like, I am most comfortable talking about speedrun tech for either that game or another game, because it's still within the realm of what I'm doing. But like engaging with chat and like coming up with, you know, interesting topics while speedrunning is fucking difficult as shit. It's like a whole different skill within itself. Like there's the people who can sit and speedrun in complete silence by themselves, and don't get me wrong, some moments just legitimately require that, and certain runs or games require that entirely. But at the same time, it's like like I said, it's just a different fucking skill to be able to produce a good speed run and a good video at the same time, or a good stream, something that's enjoyable to interact with. But there's not really anyone out there who fucking explains how to do that. Like, it's just like a focus thing that it's taken me quite some time, because there were so many times where I either had shitty conversation with chat because I was focusing on a speedrun too hard, which is whatever, or I'm focusing on commentary and talking to chat so much that my run just falls apart. Like, I end up having when you've done a run of a game hundreds of times and you know exactly how you're supposed to do it, and there's only small ways that you can improve on it, when you like see a time checkpoint, say for example getting to the second stage, there's a certain time you expect yourself to be at that second stage, and say you're like 10-15 seconds ahead. Unfortunately, as awesome as that is, the fucking stress, man, the stress during that run, like where it's like, yeah, I know if I beat this, I'm 15 whole seconds above my previous run. And when you're scraping for fucking half of a second, and when that's the position you're in, where you're scraping for half of a second to get leeway on the next person on the board, in 15 seconds would put you in a position where you're, you know, fucking jumping up multiple spots, and you're already close to the top of that leaderboard. That's just, it's both so awesome to know that you're capable of doing that, but so soul crushing because it wasn't the run where you executed that or fit that into your run. And man, like, some runs are so different. Like, the most fatiguing run, though it's one of the most popular categories to me, is the 16-star speedrun, or, I mean, obviously anything lower than that being included, due to the fact that it fucking just includes more of those strenuous fucking pixel perfect tricks. It's the BLJs, the LBLJs, that whole bag. That shit is like, some days you have that, like, I don't know if it's just me, but like some days I'll have it fucking down. Like, in my practice, I'll do 3, 4, 5 BLJs fucking, you know, in a row to practice. And then, you know, other days I can't hit one to save my life. And if I get fucking 1 or 2 runs for the stream or the night where I like fucking, you know, complete the run and at least post a time, I'm lucky. Whereas like, I can practice on my own and fucking hit the BLJs, you know, because I have no pressure, I guess, or whatever, fucking back to back to back. And it's like, unfortunately, when it comes to speedrunning as well, certain tricks need to be consistently practiced, or you will just lose it. And it sucks to say that, but like certain, like, BLJs are better if you do them every day. Backwards long jumps get easier the more, you know, just as all fucking things do, but like, even the most difficult speedrunning tricks, if you maintain them and do them regularly, you'll be able to ace it. But then again, the BLJ, like I said, on some days is the exception, where it's like, you are pressing it, you're pressing it the exact second that you know you're supposed to, and you know that you, like, you're hitting the rhythm that you should as well, and it's just not going. That, it sucks. But like, that's also kind of what makes a 16-star run so rewarding, is like knowing that there are a handful of things that might be a barrier to completion, or may slow you down in the run overall. Kind of makes it all the sweeter. So if I had honestly, as much as it's one of the most popular categories, I would never recommend Mario 64 to a new speedrunner. I would always 100% recommend DuckTales for NES any day of the week, or maybe Mario 1. Mario 1, if you don't have your platforming skills down, to the point where you can at least complete Mario 1, you don't got it out. You don't got it. You got to practice more before you pick up speedrunning. If I just the whole general fucking essence of it kind of thing, like it's because when it's about fucking like I said, pixel perfect platforming, it you have to. But I digress. If I'm recommending one, DuckTales NES, Mario 1. You can either watch Pops play Mario 1 here on the channel, or you can also watch either one of us do DuckTales. Like I said, great beginner game to speedrun if you're looking for one as a whole. Just super fun, has very interesting sequence breaks, which are some of the coolest parts of any video game speedrun, in my opinion. When you get past or get to an area you're not supposed to be at yet, that was always the things that like intrigued the fuck out of me as a kid. Hence why I kind of picked up speedrunning as a hobby. I was that kid who like would get a game, beat it that day at GameStop, get a game from GameStop, beat it that day, and return it back to GameStop the next day. Like, they loved me. Like, the game was, I got it, beat it, and brought it back fucking fast as fuck. Which, don't get me wrong, it gave me the opportunity to experience a lot of awesome games, but I kind of wish I still had some of my, like, original copies, just kind of for sentimental reasons, Here's down. Fuck. Not what we want. Fuck! Series of fucking bad shit. Oh, I'll take it. Looks like people kind of consistently agree that this is the best version of Binding of Isaac. That's good to know. Okay, so got a key from that. It's gotta be this way. There's not really many more options. Shout out to Pops for making all these awesome polls and keeping the questions rolling. Fuck. Which of these games that Bray's played is your favorite? Hollow Knight, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Dark Souls. It's a good list. It's definitely a couple of exclusions, but you only get 4 options for that. Alright, I need to get some water. I'll be right back. Give me one moment. Alright guys, I'm back. I do believe at some point I think I'm gonna reheat some leftovers, some pasta, just so I can keep the stream rolling and not have to end because I fucking... Sometimes I will just like forget to eat for the entirety of a stream, hit that critical peak of exhaustion, and then just end it because I can't keep talking. But if I were to reheat some leftovers, get a little bit of food in my belly, I do believe I'd be able to keep this going. I'd like to, you know, like we've kind of talked about, I like having this as a good lead-in for Pops' Hades stream, because he's pretty much, he does the Hades stream as like the latest stream that we really typically do. We try to not be too early in the morning, and not, also, like, I don't know, I think about what I'm doing at what times of the day, and try to also not inconvenience the viewers and make it hard for you guys to tune into streams. But at the same time, sometimes I think about it too much, and I should have just clicked go live when I had the inspiration, kind of thing. Because then you let it sit, and you're like, man, I could just wait, and then you don't stream that day. And what the fuck? This is a cool boss. This is first. I don't think I've seen this boss before. Wow, that was fucking badass. Oh, and I got the pony. What the fuck? Just fucking cooked them. But yeah, I just got some water. I suggest you guys hydrate yourselves, get some sort of bev going, something to, you know, keep you going, because honestly, some of my worst gaming sessions, or the ones that ended like very poorly, were because I like gamed for an insane amount of time, drank no water, drank a bunch of fucking energy drinks, and then passed out. And I woke, you know, you wake up the next day after like a 12+ hour sleep, and you're like in a daze because it's in the middle of the fucking day. You're like, what day is it? You know what I mean? Those are the... I feel like that's what kind of happens to me when I don't hydrate, and, you know, like I said, just drink a bunch of fucking energy drinks, which is just not good for you. Never gonna be the guy telling you what to do, but at the same time, we had a viewer one time, and he was telling me that he was drinking fucking 6+7, you know, energy drinks a day. I'm like, you have to stop. Or I, at least for my conscience, have to tell you to stop. If you don't, and I told you, I can feel a little bit better, but there's no energy drink that 7+ a day is good for you, especially for fucking years on end, like he was doing. And I was like, dude, I just can't in my right mind fucking, you know, not say anything. Because I'm not that guy that's gonna fucking boss you around or tell you how to live your life. But you, as the consumer of 7 energy drinks, fucking know you're killing yourself with that. You know that's doing awful fucking damage to your liver and kidneys. It's gotta be. Or your heart, not, you know, not to mention your fucking heart. Like... But, you know, I'm always gonna be the first person to say, do what you want with your life. Just because something works for my life and works for my health doesn't mean it'll work for you, but I think all doctors will agree over-consuming caffeine and energy drinks is a fucking horrible idea. As someone who has felt the effects of over-consuming energy drinks, like I've literally felt internal pains before because I know the only thing I could blame it on was energy drinks. I wasn't drinking any alcohol, you know, I'm not even old enough to drink, wasn't doing anything fucking fucked up, but besides drink what I thought was an acceptable amount of energy drinks, but in retrospect, I don't even really think 3 to 4 is okay. At least for me. At least for me. Maybe some of you got some resilient ass fucking metabolisms out there, but generally surgeons and doctors alike recommend no more than 400 milligrams of caffeine which I have exceeded. I think it's 4 to 6, depending on your weight and heart condition and everything. But still, I don't know. Some people drink caffeine like it's, or like energy drinks like it's their pop, and I don't know. I'm one of those people who, like I said, never gonna tell you what to do. I just worry for people, you know. My coworker, for example, came in and his fucking eyes were yellow, dude. No joke. His eye, like he was developing fucking jaundice, like, which I believe is related to acute liver or kidney failure. Don't remember which one it is, but his skin too was slowly becoming yellow. And he has the same name as me too. His name's fucking Braden, and obviously I'm not gonna like fucking say anything about his personal life or his last name or anything, but it's like, dude, fucking what? And he's younger than me. Dude is like fucking 18, like just turned 18, and he's fucking drinking like, what is it? And not to like name drop specific ones, but like C4 has, which is like also like a pre-workout kind of deal, I guess, but it has like a 300 milligram line of energy drinks, which is like pretty much as you should have in a day. Maybe you could have a cup of coffee or two as well. I don't know. I'm not a professional, so don't take anything that I say as medical advice, because it's just not. But he was having fucking like 4 of them. You do the math. Too much. 300 milligrams. Too many. And it was just like, I expressed concern to him. He didn't really seem to give a fuck. Expressed concern to the employer. Nothing against them, but didn't really give a fuck. I mean, you can't really force your employee not to, but in the place I work, you can buy said energy drinks. So he's like actively using his salary and the place he works to like purchase enough energy drinks to fucking stop his heart. And it's fucked up to say, but like my running joke with him is like asking him how his fucking heart's doing, or like, and it's kind of fucked up, but it's just like, bro takes the least amount of care of his fucking body. It's like, it's one of those people that like reassure you, like you can reassure yourself that you're not quite as fucked up as they are, when it's like when you're talking to them and they tell you about their daily life habits. When bro's like, you know, I drink 12 Dr. Peppers and this many energy drinks in a day. Like, what is it? 12 Dr. Peppers and 5 to 7 energy drinks in any given day. I'm like, you're bound to die. Like, I don't think it takes a medical degree or a scientist to say that that's not good. Like I said, never gonna be the fucking big judgmental guy, but it's like, come on. At what point in your deductions did you believe that was a fucking good daily habit? And it's just weird because he's skin and bone too. Like he's not, like, for how tall he is, he does not weigh fucking anything. And I guess maybe it's just like aggressive malnutrition. His body just doesn't know what anything besides Dr. Pepper and fucking high amounts of caffeine. Like, that's all it recognizes. I bet he gets the fucking Dr. Pepper shakes in the morning if he doesn't have one. Yeah, he was saying, like, and it's weird because he has, like I said, his name's also Braden, and it's odd talking to someone with the same name as you. He works the complete opposite shifts that I do. But, you know, I'll talk to him when I get in, or when I'm leaving and he's getting in sometimes, and, like, I'm just like, God damn. Like, maybe it's just lack of education on some of these topics, but I thought some of these things were common sense. I don't know. I think if I drink more than like 3 or 4 pops in a day, which is my max really, because I'm not a big soda drinker, not a big pop enjoyer. Which, it's also weird how there's a different term for what the fuck that is depending on where you live. Like in some parts of the U.S. it's soda. Some parts of the U.S. it's pop. Some parts of the U.S. they just call any soda Coke. I mean, I've heard all of them besides the last one. I've never met someone who is like, who wanted a Fanta and asked for a Coke. I just couldn't imagine. The fucking unnecessary confusion for why. You know what I mean? Like, why does one particular part of the United States want to make every service worker's life a living fucking nightmare? When a Dr. Pepper, a Sprite, and a Fanta all could be a fucking Coke. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? I think I'm gonna heat up my leftovers after this run. I implore you to have a little snack break or eat some sort of food as well if you haven't. I appreciate you guys being here for me. It's nice to play some games and chat with the bros to kind of calm my nerves. This channel really is my safe space. And I appreciate you guys for helping me maintain that. Could not have asked for a better group of people. Damn. Alright, so I'm gonna use the restroom and eat a little bit of food, and I'll be right back. I promise it won't be more than like fucking 5-6 minutes tops. It could be less than that. It could be a minute or two if I'm just so starving that I just scarf it all down. I made myself food at like 4 in the morning the other night because I really didn't want to cook when I got off work. Pops. So 1 egg equals 40 eggs? But yeah, before this little brief intermission, I figured I'd remind you guys, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. It does a whole lot in terms of supporting us. There's also a new feature on YouTube. I know some people say they don't have access to it. I don't really know what controls that, but it's called Hype. If you go to posted videos, it unfortunately doesn't work for active live streams. It is more so like a live stream that's already ended or a posted video. You can go and hype it up to 3 times a week. If you would go and do that for some of your favorite of our videos, that would mean so much to us, because it's something that kind of gives YouTube a direct idea of how much people are interested in the content. From what they say, more accurately than likes or other types of impressions. So, but with that, feed yourself, eat a little snack. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna be going for a couple more hours, and leading into Pops's Hades 2 stream tonight. So be sure to check that out as well. Hence why I kind of urge you to turn on the notifications, just because YouTube is shitty at letting you know naturally unless you kind of change the notifications to all or whatever. And it sucks that as a content creator, you have to kind of remind people some of these things, like comment, share, subscribe, notifications, because it gets annoying. Some people are bothered by it. But at the same time, if you love watching the streams and you want to be able to tune in for more, that's how you do it. But it is what it is. It's your boy Bray, recovering from a car accident, doing better now. Definitely in a lot less distress. Alright, I'm gonna go feed myself. I'll be right back. Oh, shit. Pasta. I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to feed myself. Else I was gonna just fucking collapse. Got a little apple here. It's a pretty solid apple. It's kind of weird because like apples and fruit have been like either selectively bred or genetically modified so much so to the point where there's like multiple different types of apples. And I know some of them are natural, but then some of them, like the fucking grape flavored one, are just like completely like, what the fuck? It's just like, why is that the fucking point that we have gotten to where we're making grape flavored apples? Like, why was that the priority at the lab that day? Was like, you know what, Bob? Yeah, Tom? We should make fucking grape flavored apples. Well, why would we do that? We already have grapes. And we have apples. Well, why the fuck not? Let's get paid. I had a little bit of my mom's goulash, or at least her recipe. I feel like goulash is like kind of a poverty meal. I don't know. You don't hear your rich friends talk about eating goulash growing up. I don't know. I don't really have a lot of rich friends, but I feel like all of us are lower middle class at best. But like I feel like, I don't know. Rich people suck. And I guess maybe not as a whole, but like the fucking rich person entitlement is just like fucking unbearable. Like, why do you think you're better than me because your dad made a bunch of money? It doesn't really make sense. Sorry if you hear a little whining in the background. It's my my dog Beauty. She's unfortunately deaf and has some sort of skin cancer or something. So she just like, no matter what we do to kind of make the skin irritation go away, it just continuously, you know, returns. And if it doesn't come back on its own, it's because she fucking like just irritated it by scratching or biting over and over again. So, like I said, sorry if there's a little bit of faint whining in the background. She is okay, I promise. We're doing the best we can for her. But she's an old girl, so it's kind of hard to be upset. I mean, regardless, it's not her fault. And it sucks because I'll try to move her to another room, like she has a whole room to herself that she could be in, and she just doesn't want to. I guess she just doesn't like being alone. But then like she'll unfortunately like make sounds for, you know, 4+ hours when you're trying to go to bed, and you're like, fuck. I know you want to hang out with us, but can you please sleep in another room, perchance, little dog? It's just like, it's rough, but she's great. We do what we can for her. Woo! shout out to Majin Brawley for becoming a member. It's awesome. Welcome to stream, and welcome to our membership tier. Our membership. Fuck. Like I said, I'm a little flustered still, trying to recomp my sanity. Fuck. I gotta take this hoodie off. It's too fucking hot. God damn. Alright. Check on chat. Oh, completely unnecessary. Hold up. Hold the phone. Woo! That deserves a proper woo there. That is fucking awesome, man. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Punch. I was thinking, there's a couple options we've got. Unfortunately, a cone, to make it so she can't, like, undo the things we're doing to make her skin feel better. Like, coconut oil, there's, like, a CBD oil I'm looking at to get for her, and then not to mention, like you said, treats that also, that would definitely help her. Just trying to weigh out my options and kind of see what we can do for her. But I think it's unfortunately getting to the point where a cone would benefit her a lot, because she just, it's hours worth of fucking biting sometimes, and I'm like, it's gotta hurt. It can't feel good constantly doing that. So we also got her on some special doggy shampoo, because I think it started as like a yeast and like a yeast infection on her skin or some fucking, it was just, the doctor explained like 4 or 5 things that it could be, a buildup of yeast or something, but unfortunately we're just kind of going, we have to go through the list of things to see what will eventually be the best for her. I think she's about the same age as well. 14, I think. Alright. But yeah, that is so awesome. Shout out to Majin Brawley for subscribing and becoming a member at the completely unnecessary tier. Because people haven't really been making a big deal about it, and we have plenty of members, and I've asked people personally, and no one's really said anything one way or another. We aren't currently running our Minecraft realm, our Bedrock realm, which whenever anybody who wants to interact with us, wants to play with us or whatever, if any of our members say anything, we will do what we can to get that back up as soon as possible. It's just we hadn't really had the, since nobody really showed interest in hopping in the realm. And don't get me wrong, there's like a video or 2 on the channel. It's not like our main thing by any means, but Beauty, it's okay. It's okay, honey. Sorry. It's not what our main thing by any means, but it's just something that we put a lot of spare time into, just when we had, bits here and there. Beauty, girl, you're biting yourself raw. I'm gonna see if there's any more doggy. It's like some sort of antibiotic or something, I think, that might help. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. It's not like our main thing, but it's a perk that we like to have available, and unfortunately this has been the first period where we haven't really had it available. But then again, nobody's been clamoring to have us pull, turn the server back on. But it's just kind of like a, just another way to show appreciation for those who go above and beyond, Not to mention all the other things. You can also hit me up personally on Discord if you want like a coupon code for any of our merch. I know it's not necessarily professionally crafted, and some of the logos, or like some of like the pre-generated pictures, don't even show the design that's supposed to be on them, so it helps to go to the actual website that we partner for our merch through. And it's just designs with me and Pops, our dog Chief, who unfortunately I don't live with anymore. I moved out of my dad's place little bit ago, but I think it's made it so me and him have become closer because we were just getting on each other's nerves, to say the least. Kind of, you know, brushing shoulders, and it was over the dumbest fucking shit too. But I digress. So Chief is our Siberian Husky, and any shirts bought with Chief's likeness will in some way benefit Chief. We'll either get him a treat, get him a steak, some sort of what, you know, if it's especially if it's like a hoodie, we'll buy him something nice, man. Sorry, I'm trying not to die. And Chief is just, it's awesome that he gets to be a part of the channel too, because there's so many hours of content where you can just hear him barking in the background, or like with a husky it's more like a woo 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 woo, but like you can distinctly hear him, especially like and he would kind of get rowdy during some of the Elden Ring streams or some of the Dark Souls streams, because I would get super hyped up because I beat something that I was spending hours on, and then he would start getting hyped up because he's like, what the fuck is going on? Why are we yelling in the middle of the night? But yeah, shout out to Chief. He makes my day every time I spend time with him. Such a good dog. I mean, one of the best dogs that I think I've ever had. Don't get me wrong, no insult to any of my other dogs, but aside from like wanting your food a little too much, Chief has like no fucking problems. Like he's such a good boy. He will just beg like a motherfucker. That's his only issue, is he begs like crazy. And there's not really much you can do besides try to go in a different room than him, and he will make that as difficult as possible. So you kind of gotta give him a little bit of tax, a little bite of your food if you can, if it's something that he's allowed to eat. I'm always like, okay, here's a little bit, motherfucker. You gotta get a little tenth of every one of my bites. Like, I get one bite, I get 3 bites, he gets 1 bite, kind of thing. Not really, but I try not to give him too much human food. Which, it's stupid that we have a fucking distinction, because don't get me wrong, a lot of food that dogs can eat it's the same food. But I mean, like, you know, shit he obviously really shouldn't have. Like, I was watching something the other day. It was when I had started JoJo's. When Jonathan feeds Danny a fucking grape, which is just poisonous to dogs. And any dog that I've ever been around, when a grape is dropped, they won't fucking touch it. And if they do, they'll put it in their mouth for a second. I don't know if they can tell it's just something that they can't eat or it's gonna, you know, hurt them. But I've never seen a dog eat a grape. It's like one of the handful of things you can't give a dog. Like chocolate, onions, garlic, grapes, and xylitol, which is an artificial sweetener. That's like all the things I can think of off the top of my head, really, that dogs can't have. Xylitol is also known as birch sugar, if you're ever worried or concerned about the things you may be feeding your dog. Let me catch up on chat. Brawley killed your Wii on DBZ Tenkaichi 2. Might need to find a pet-safe fungicide wash. That's true. It's a good idea. Aww. Dark Souls 2 streams have your dog joining in his husky songs. That's sweet. I'm pretty sure. I don't think the JoJo's creator hates dogs. Grapefruits also hurt their stomach. It's weird that like grapefruits are randomly one of those things you can't eat with certain medicines. It's like, sorry, sir. What is it, doc? You can't eat grapefruit anymore. Oh, okay. Why? Oh, it's your medicine. It's interacting with the grapefruit somehow. Like, what a wild sentence. All right. This run has kind of sucked so far. I haven't gotten anything like too crazy. Buff-wise. I think we'll beat at least one more pass tonight. I'm hoping. Just gotta get a little bit of good luck. Yeah, I feel like this one's just a fucking wash already. Okay, that helps. Fuck. That's okay. Not the best start. What's this? Alright, not bad, not bad. Well, I mean, yeah. It's fair. Pineapple's kind of a weird fruit in general. I think it's weird that as humans we love to utilize and enjoy different species of plant and stuff that like has natural defense mechanisms, and then we'll breed them to make the thing that makes their natural defense mechanism even stronger, even though it's supposed to be a bad thing, like peppers, for example. And you can apply that to so many other things where we like extract and purify like this fucking damn near poison. Like, why the fuck as people have we been doing this shit? It's like, actually, I want the most poisonous beverage possible, sir. Can you put the most amount of poison that you can legally put in this glass? In this glass so I can drink it. Like, that's real conversations that bartenders have with people. And this, once again, not from a judgmental perspective, but purely from like a unbiased, like no, you know, no fucking, like I said, no judgment, unbiased perspective. It's like some of these things are weird. If you explain them to a child, they'd be super fucking weird. If you explain to an 8-year-old that you're poisoning yourself on purpose, they'd be like, you're stupid. You know what I mean? Like, you're dumb. Let me know down in the comments what other games you'd like to see us play here on the channel, whether that be a recommendation for me or Pops. Always open to new ideas, new games to play, kind of keeps things fresh. Can't always play fucking Souls games all the time, as much as they're some of my favorites. It's like, you get to a point eventually where you, not that you get, oh, fuck me, dude, that was fucking stupid. That was such a good combo I had going. You get to a point where you want to play something different, change it up a little bit, play something that isn't quite as demanding mentally or, you know, or as demanding on your time. I think it's awesome that Pops has just been, you know, loving Hades so much because I've been watching it myself and it's been good. It's been a nice thing to have in the background sometimes, just to kind of chill and listen to his opinion on the game. I feel like Hades 2 might debatably be better than... What the fuck? Hades 2 might debatably be better than the first one, which I didn't think that was possible. I legitimately just thought it was going to be... Is this just a death room? Oh. Huh. I can just crush rocks? That's close. Oh, we fucking traded, dude. I shouldn't have stood still. I knew it. I like all the ones that change your bomb status effect. That's keeps it interesting. God, and it's so fucked up, and I think this will probably be the last that I talk about the accident that I was in today, but it's just like it really does make you fucking uber grateful just to be alive. I mean, like, just knowing that just a foot in the wrong direction and it could have been entirely different, like, it just makes you like fucking like infinitely grateful for just the basic things of life. And it just makes me feel shitty, like, and it's not discrediting how I was feeling at the time, but it makes me feel fucking shitty and stupid for feeling suicidal or depressed. And this is not to make anyone feel bad for how they're feeling at the moment, how they felt in the past, because that's all valid, because I've been there. I mean, obviously I felt that way wholly and truly very recently, and it's like, but I feel in like I was in the position where I could have died, and I fucking realized truly how dumb I was for wishing death on myself or not appreciating the life that I have, you know. And it's so fucking corny to say, and if I mean, I just don't give a fuck, so it just doesn't matter to me. But it's like, truly, there are so many things that I do have to be appreciative of in my life, and I hope you too can find even a couple things that make you happy to be alive. Because, I mean, fuck, you know, having a brush with death like that kind of puts things into perspective sometimes. Like, and once again, this was like off the road, which was fucking, what, 10 feet down into a ditch surrounded by trees. Like, could have been so much fucking worse. But I digress. That is likely going to be the last explanation of why that's in the title, why it's been a talking point. I think I've kind of had to use this stream in talking to you guys to kind of process what has happened, because it's just one of those fucking things where it's like, it is so scary that it just takes time and talking to even process how the fuck it made me feel in the moment, let alone how I feel about it now. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck. What the fuck did that even mean? What the fuck? Bro, what the fuck? What would that even like, what would that have done? Is that a mimic? I was like, damn, I'm gonna get early damage on him, and it's gonna be great. Fucking blew myself up. I literally think I shot a tear at my own missile, because my by fucking bombs or missiles. Some good water. Brotato, Gigabash, Across the Obelisk, Ape Out, Astral Ascent, Axiom Verge, Bloodstained, Bully. We have started Bully, I believe. Broforce, Carry On, Card Hunter, Core Keeper, Crawl, Dice Legacy. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot this. It's a good handful of ideas there. Oh, I appreciate it, man. That comment means a lot, Punch. In retrospect, I'll just read it out. Punch says, "Not dumb, just depressed. We love you. Glad to have you. Your channel always brings my day on to a better light." Oh, I appreciate it, man. Okay. Right on. Yeah, I'll keep some of those games in mind for sure. All right. Onward. That was a fucking quick floor. Hell yeah. 89 peeps. What? Welcome to stream, guys. The fuck? The paralysis pill? Impressive tears. I mean, it's just stunning, you know? That was not good. Eating that fucking bomb like that. Could be dumb, but feels like this is... Yeah, just the way it was shaped. Oh, just gambling. Sun rays on your little face. Do not look so hurt. Others have problems too. Get a baby pet. It will cheer you up. Oh yeah, this is great advice. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. You know, follow the zebra. As you do. in life. Always keep your eyes peeled for that damn zebra. Could be anywhere. Could be lurking around a corner for all you know. Skadoosh. This is one of my rare moments of looking something up, unless someone can explain to me what the difference between these are. Pay to win. Shop restock machine always spawns in treasure rooms. Okay, whereas cartridge. I'm gonna just stick with the cartridge. I like the visual. It's not like I wouldn't say there's necessarily like a clear one better than the other, but it's for different effects. Alright, so from our poll, 50% of you said Elden Ring was the favorite game out of the 4. 25% of you said Hollow Knight. 25% of you said Dark Souls, and no one said Bloodborne, which is surprising, considering we got a large influx of new viewers and subscribers from the Bloodborne stream. But then again, nobody's been clamoring for me to come back to it. Maybe it's one of those situations where the beginning portions of the game that I played are like some of people's like favorites. I'm not sure. I'll definitely beat it. What the fuck is this? The fuck? Is that what the cartridge does? It said that there's like an 8% chance that it does some effect, so I guess that's what that is. Oh, what, in 2072 when we get the PC port for Bloodborne? I'll be telling my grandkids about the PC port for Bloodborne and how we were waiting for it. And then they'll be like, Granddad! Wait, why do the kids have an old accent? Or an old voice? They'll be like, Granddad, Bloodborne 2 just came out! And I'll be like, what about the PC port? And they'll be like, the PC port's been out for 3 years now! And I'll just be like old and senile. It's true, Punch Mage. I just believe that as consumers of video games, people who are buying video games, we should have more rights entitled to us as consumers. It shouldn't be the fact that they can just fucking take away 90% or all of the game at any point. Don't get me wrong, certain service type games can't be can't last forever, but it's just like, Jesus Christ, like there are games that were completely successful and then like they just kind of stopped getting support over time and then slowly just became unplayable entirely. It's like, the fuck? Dude, my favorite dead game is fucking Gotham City Imposters. If you know, you know. And I know you can play it, but it's just like, it's fucking gotta be annoying to set up all the different shit you have to do to end up in servers with people. Which I'll do eventually. I think it literally uses another game, a free game, it runs through that game's Steam ID, because it was a free game and it's delisted, but just to get access to it, fans have revived it in the sense that you can play it with others, but you do have to go through a pretty arduous process to be able to actually play it online in 2025. I need a second. I need to drink some water. Man. I don't even know who that guy is anymore, Pops. Everyone stopped caring and he disappeared. It's like Santa's power. When you stop believing, it goes away, right? So it's like that's how he is too. We all stopped believing his bullshit, and then all of a sudden there's so much all of a sudden it doesn't fucking mean quite as much. So seeded runs are how people like actually speed run Isaac, right? I mean, I assume there would just be particular ones that people tend to run, and that's kind of how you have a even playing field for everyone. God. Why did I do this before I got my power up? I'm gonna die. Just gonna wipe. Fuck. It's just as time passes, my fucking I just kind of realize how exhausted my body is after all this. Jesus Christ. I feel like fucking someone just beat the shit out of me while I was asleep, and I just woke up from that nap and I'm like, what the fuck? Alright, if we don't get a solid power up, this is another wipe, unfortunately. Oh, that's not a bad one, I don't think. I don't remember what the fuck this one even does. No, you're fine, man. I'm just trying to keep myself distracted a little bit. Like I said, I still haven't really gotten over just everything, you know? So it's I'll tap out when I get to the point where I don't really feel like I'm having any fun anymore. Or I feel like I just need some rest. Fuck. Yep. Just as much as sometimes, you know, you watch a stream to escape your stuff going on in your real life, sometimes I stream for the same reasons. like I said, my goal is to at least complete one more pass. If we complete one more pass, I might call it a day a little earlier, but that just requires some really good synergy and some good luck. Fuck. Alright. Fuck. Bad positioning on my part. But thanks again for the dono earlier, Punch, and thanks to thank you for the new membership. Is it Majin Brawley? Yeah, Majin Brawley 81. That really does mean a lot. Your support and everyone else, Punch Mage, your support, the new subs, Majin Brawley for the membership, of course. But like everyone who shows any ounce of interest, effort, or appreciation towards our channel, it means so much. Like I said, and I've said this in streams before, like as a kid around the same time period, when I first started playing games, at least like playing games, like like it was a job kind of thing. At that point in my life, I was, I thought being a YouTuber or a streamer, actually more so a YouTuber than a streamer, which we stream on YouTube for a reason. I unfortunately feel like part of Twitch has a subculture where it's just like either you as the streamer are being a dickhead to your chat, or your chat is fucking interacting with you solely to make fun of you, which is just like such an odd culture that has developed on Twitch. And it's not all streamers, it's just like a very surprising majority of those streamers are either lol cows, which are people who get made fun of for money pretty much, or fucking people who are rage baiting. And it's just like there's only so much of that content you can consume before you're like, this is fucking stupid. Like the people who go in public and just fucking instigate shit with people, when you get your shit rocked, or unfortunately, like I think there's a guy who did a prank and he ended up getting shot because it was like a robbery fucking prank. Like what kind of prank is I'm gonna fake robbing you, putting you in a fight or flight situation, which had inevitably ended up in that guy getting fucking shot. Like, and it's all on video too, and it's like you can't. And I'm not someone who consumes that kind of content often, but I had coincidentally seen it, and it was like, dude, I can't really feel bad for you. First of all, what you're doing is not even really identifiable as a prank. Not any prank I ever fucking reasonably heard of. But second of all, you kind of deserve what the fuck is coming to you, even if that was your idea of a fucking prank. It just sucks that there's some people who get platformed and their sole reason to have a platform is to just be a fucking idiot or like do stupid shit, and they're not even really like that, and they're just like they're fucking playing a character that's just a fucking idiot who has some sort of exaggerated attitude And it's like, I'd like to believe that we're kind of past the era of having to be a character to exist as a content creator. Like, don't get me wrong, when I have takes and I act like I hate something to the 10th degree kind of thing, sometimes I'm not that passionate about it. But I can drum up a little bit of extra passion to kind of sell the point home. I feel strongly in a negative way about this thing. Or I feel strongly in a positive way about this thing. Maybe I'll glaze something that doesn't really, doesn't deserve it quite as much as it might realistically, but how I remember it or how other people also feel about it kind of influences, you exaggerate a bit. So don't get me wrong, I feel like you're always going to find slight exaggerations in the way that you deliver content as a streamer or content creator, whatever it is when you want to call it. But it's just like the people who are completely disingenuous 100% of the time, I just don't get how those people have an active audience unless there are some people that hate watch certain creators to just see them fail, which is just such a fucking awful way of being. I'm gonna be so honest, like, I have a handful of channels, maybe 2 or 3, and it's not even that I'm hate watching, I'm more so checking up to make sure they haven't done something to put themselves at fucking risk or like just fallen off the face of the planet, because like, they may not be my favorite channels, but I don't want anything bad to happen to those people. It's like people who sit and fucking just like wish harm and fucking, bad things towards other people all day. Like, how can that be a good life? Like, no wonder you're fucking miserable all the time if the fucking full extent of your free time consists of talking shit to people online. Like, I think if you're in that position in your life, you might need to fucking reevaluate something. And when you say stuff like that, when you say stuff like that to people who are being that way, they just like, they spew out this fucking verbal bile where it's like, it's nothingness. They're like trying to bring up some irrelevant point to like discredit that, but it's kind of, there's not much you can really discredit in that sense. Like you being an asshole takes more effort than not saying anything. Legitimately, like, and this is obviously not targeted at anyone in stream right now, but it's like, when you think about it, people who are just actively trying to spread hate and shit, it takes more out of you to constantly keep getting worked up about something that doesn't really matter, or you don't even actually believe it. Like, I like to believe so. I like to believe that I back up my opinion with intelligence. Because I typically don't take stances on things that are super dramatic. And if they are, they're typically not something that realistically should be dramatic. Like, if I were to say right now that I don't believe that we should be okay with people starving to death, someone out there can find a problem with that. Someone out there has a counterpoint to feeding starving people. And it's like, I don't really get that, personally. I can get how you can try to come up with a reason as to why that may not logistically be able to happen quite as effectively as it should or could. But at the same time, it's like, why is that a controversial opinion? Like, since when did being a good person become controversial? Or like, or you're a bad, or like you're stupid, or a fucking, you're living in a dream world because you believe that the quality of life of people can be better. Like, and this isn't even talking about the societal climate of any country in specific, but regardless of where you live, it can be better. It can always be better. They can always improve the quality of life for you and your neighbors. It's always possible. It's just like, how likely is it that someone's going to actually do that? That's a different story. And like, nothing about what I just said is inherently a political opinion either. And some people misconstrue that as such, but it's not. It's just a moral, objective opinion that I hold. And it's weird because the same people who will try to fight that or discredit your opinion, and that's the other thing, is you're not even saying it has to be objective fact. A lot of the people who will try to argue that are the same people who are like, well, I can't even have an opinion nowadays without people getting mad. Like, I can't even say anything or believe in anything or even joke about anything without people making a big deal about it. It's like, no, you are actively the person making having an opinion more difficult, or even expressing a basic fucking opinion to that person impossible. God, I'm sick of these AI fucking game ads. So stupid. Like, I can tell that like, I've seen, it's most of the time it's the same ads, but it's just like, how many times do I have to tell YouTube as a creator that I don't want them to show that kind of advertisement, and they continue to show it anyways? It's fucking phenomenal, man. Like, fantastic. I don't know. I feel like if you're a part of my community, or our community rather, me and Pops, if you're a part of our community, you are more likely than not a genuine, actual human being who isn't a piece of shit. Maybe you used to be a piece of shit. Maybe you had some low moments, said some fucked up shit. I'm just kidding. Once again, referencing the fucking Tim Robinson sketch, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of those people that I feel like there are some small mistakes you can make that don't define you as a person going forward. Like, if you had shitty opinions at 16, that's okay. You were a 16-year-old. Like, to be fair, I don't really think that, like, that's indicative of you as an adult or you as a person in general. I was not a good person at 16. I wasn't a bad person, but I wasn't what I would consider like a great guy at 16 years old. Definitely fucking stupid beyond belief. A lot stupider than I was way stupider than I thought I was, to put into perspective. So like, I disagree with a lot of basic things that 16-year-old me may have agreed with, or may not have understood fully enough to actually have a real opinion on. You know, but he just liked talking so much, so because he liked talking, then, you know, actively you get into conversations that you may not even fucking understand. And then you're not trying to seem stupid around people who also probably don't even really understand what they're talking about, but you don't want to offend them or feel dumb or alienate yourself, so you just agree with whatever baseless bullshit they say. That's how a lot of bad opinions are formed. So many bad opinions are formed off the basis of, well, I like this person. This person believes in this, so I believe in that as well. No background, or like no fact checking, no thought going in on your own. You're just blanketly agreeing with someone with something that someone else agrees with without even the most base or necessary knowledge to form an opinion on said thing. And that's the thing, is, like you said, Punch, we are going to be the first people to admit we don't know something, or don't have enough knowledge to form an opinion on said thing. It's very, very simple. Or that we're not comfortable sharing our opinion of that thing, because even us sharing our opinion, which may not even be a problematic opinion towards that subject, but even us sharing our opinion could invite other people to then further talk about said subject, which is likely not related to video games. And like, the few times this kind of thing has happened in the past, that subject is very depressing, or something that we really just aren't qualified or really interested in addressing. Stuff like fucking, you know, stuff like world events being as broad as humanly possible. You know what I mean? I am not going to discuss major geopolitical situations with my chat, because first of all, I really, in the grand scheme of things, don't know diddly dick about that. And second of all, that's just not what we do here. You know, and it's been weird when we've had to address people where it's like, they just don't understand that that's not the type of content we make. But what about me as a fucking regular game streamer? What about me, Screams, the person who you want to debate politically with? You know what I mean? Like, that just doesn't add up, really. Like, you want to ask me what game I think is the worst Mario game and why? I'll fucking talk to you about it. I'll give a controversial ass opinion in that regard. You know, I'll say it. I think Super Mario Sunshine controls like a sloppy bag of dicks. It's fucking awful. It is one of the worst controlling GameCube games that there is. I said it. People don't like the way, you know, maybe you don't like the way I put that. Maybe Sunshine's one of your favorite games. But if you want a controversial opinion from me, I will give you them in the department of video games. And that is pretty much exclusively where that comes. I hate games that people love. And I can talk about that all day, and if that, you know, but even then, it's funny because as much as it's not really that big of a deal, even then, if you give a fucking take towards someone's favorite game, and it's not, and they don't agree with it, or it's not how they want it, they may stop watching you as a content creator because they only want to watch people who have the same opinion as them. Which is just, in any regard, consuming media or content from someone, only people who share the same opinion as you, forms the most narrow perspective in the fucking world. Like, having a narrow perspective does nothing positive for you as a person, socially, or really, like, just generally as a whole. So it's like, yeah, try your best to kind of consume perspectives from everyone. And don't get me wrong, there are certain opinions that just don't hold any merit. Don't get me wrong, I don't discredit people, but there's certain things that are inarguable in my personal opinion. Certain human rights kind of things, where it's like, you don't treat someone else like fucking garbage based off of something that they have absolutely no control of. Once again, should not be a controversial opinion, but I'm sure there's someone who's like, I hate people for things they can't control all the time. I'm unsubscribing. And if that's who you are, I mean, fucking go ahead. Truly, it's like, if that's the hill you're dying on, go ahead. And there has been. We've had so little, like, quote-unquote controversy here on the channel, but the extent it goes to is, person says something really fucking awful, more than likely knowing that it's an awful thing to say, a hurtful thing to say, and not even hurting us personally, but just attacking a whole group of people for no reason. Once again, not getting into specifics. But then it's like, then that person just expected us to go along with whatever bullying bullshit they were doing. Not to mention, they said an inappropriate comment to someone who had one comment previously said that they were a younger viewer, asking us not to swear as much, and because at the time we were playing a more child-friendly game, we obliged. We didn't swear as much as this is not a channel solely for children. This is not a kids gaming channel. This is for adults, teenagers, kind of thing. So it's like we don't. That's not our target audience. But once we had the knowledge that there was a child watching, who was more likely than not gonna just stick around whether we said so or not, the fact that that was then known by all of chat, and that person then told that kid to suck it or suck it up or something like that, because they were expressing that they were frustrated that they didn't want a bunch of excessive cussing. You know, that's whatever. Once again, yeah, I feel like that makes sense. But then that person was unwilling to understand that we were willing to cater to that person even though we aren't a children's channel. I just know that Lil Billy's mom, if she found out that, though I believe Lil Billy's mom should not let Lil Billy have an adult YouTube account with unrestricted access, then I can't really control that. So if Lil Billy has an adult YouTube account and is consuming my content, which is not intended for him, as long as I really don't think anything we do on the channel is so horrible that it's gonna like ruin a child's innocence. They're not gonna see something that's just like gonna burn into their mind forever because we don't play games like that. But it's like, with all that knowledge in mind, I can't in my right mind then still be like, oh, what the fucking fuck, man, this fucking sucks, knowing little fucking 12-year-old Billy's on the other end of the screen listening to that. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean that we're a child gaming channel because of that. It just means that we care about who may be in our even unintended audience. Don't get me wrong, I want to play Postal too, but when that happens, there's going to be a lot of warnings. Or when we play gory games, we tend to give a couple warnings, at least at the beginning, just to kind of let people know that if maybe you really shouldn't be consuming this content, don't. We have hours worth of content that I would consider moderately family friendly. You know what I mean? It may not be the fucking... It's not children's content, don't get me wrong. But if a child watched it, it would not be uber problematic. Does that make sense? I feel like that sums my point up pretty well. Because I was a child. I was 8 to 10 years old watching YouTube with unrestricted access. Not my parents' fault. I just don't think they quite understood the extent of what could be posted to YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, so it is what it is. I don't blame my parents. I don't think they like put me at harm's way or anything like that because I had access to YouTube. But it's like, you have to take those things into account as a content creator. There are people who know that they have a predominantly child audience, and then their sponsors are things that are definitely not child-oriented or should not be marketed to children. And the platforms really don't do much to kind of mitigate or stop that person from doing that. And it kind of, I don't know, the industry is so interesting because of how relatively new streaming / content creation is in the grand scheme of things, as far as media is concerned. Like, I feel like there's a lot of regulations that should happen that haven't, and regulations that are starting to happen that don't make sense. So it's such a weird gray area where you're not supposed to market to kids, but the platform is knowingly allowing, not YouTube, but whatever platform those people are on, they are knowingly marketing things to children that aren't for children, which is just a weird time to be alive. My least favorite thing that's come out semi-recently is the stupid fucking apps where you bet on just minuscule things, giving people yet another thing to just sink fucking the money that they likely don't have into. It's like, why do we need to bet on whether this NBA player is going to scratch his balls and sniff it? That's a real one. I guarantee it. I don't know for sure, but it probably is. There is likely an app where you can go and bet on if a specific player is going to scratch his balls and smell it. And there's a chance that that player knows that those bets exist, and he may or may not scratch and sniff his balls solely because that exists and he knows it. Like, why is that a fucking thing? Truly. Like insider trading on the scratch and sniff play. Like, what? Why is this the fucking period of time that we're in? As a kid, I thought this was I thought flying cars were for certain. You know, I was thinking, man, I'm gonna be fucking taking my grandkids to school in a flying car. Obviously, that's just kind of like the random thoughts of a child, but it's like, but yeah, 2025, and obviously I wouldn't be a grandpa by 2025, but like, that was my thoughts as like, by the time, especially, you know, if 2025 is when they came out and they're only for the government as far, or like, only like in the ultra rich or whatever, at least as far as Black Ops 2 made me think, then I was like, well, and that means in like 10 years from then, they'd likely be consumer available, and it's like, why am I thinking about this as a child? I had some fucking just not child appropriate thoughts as a child, and this is a random one, and not to get too depressing, but like, I remember being 7 or 8 years old thinking, and this is just once again kind of depressing, but like, I looked at my family, and my family had a bunch of substance abuse issues, and I went in my head, am I gonna become a drug addict when I'm older? Like, is that like a real legitimate possibility? And obviously, it's more likely than not. It's easier to become a drug addict than people think. You know what I mean? To rely on something on a daily basis and have it rule your life. My family has big issues with that. But it was just like, it's crazy that my family had such bad issues with that, to the point where I was like at a young age believing like, am I gonna end up like that? And that, once again, completely unrelated, kind of depressing. But and this is not about Pops or my immediate family at all, more so extended. But it's just like damn, I was a weirdly conscious child, to the point where I was thinking about things that were 100% not something an 8-year-old should stress about. Or like, I don't know if maybe it was like watching the wrong kinds of movies, but like, did anyone else as a kid like think that like the likelihood of your house getting broken into was like super high? Like, maybe it was Home Alone, I'm not sure, but it's just like, as an 8-year-old, I thought that like, you know, by the time you had lived your life, you would have had your house broken into multiple times. And don't get me wrong, depending on the area you're in, it's definitely possible. And it's possible regardless of where you live, truly. But it's like, as a child, like, that event was way more common or possible than it realistically is or would be in a day-to-day situation. Whereas like car accidents, I've realized, especially after tonight, I think I mentioned this in a little story earlier, where, you know, on the way back home from the accident, like I said, this preceded this stream directly by like an hour, maybe an hour, or maybe 2 hours. But like, we're driving in the back of the cop car because he's taking us home because, like I said, car off the road, unrecoverable tonight, kind of deal. And I just hear about like easily 4 to 6 different emergencies relating to people sliding off the road. It made me feel a little better that it wasn't just us who were in this position, but like, at the same time, that actually kind of made me realize, and then thinking back on just my daily commute to work, like, car accidents are a daily thing, like, quite regular. So it's like, as much as my girlfriend, my partner, has beat themselves up about it, it's okay, because ultimately it's like, it happens to the best of us, especially where we live. It gets real snowy, it gets real bad, and, you know, unfortunately I was doing some babysitting for my sister today, and we just should have waited, shouldn't have left when we did. So, but yeah, I'm glad that I think I've finally coped and come to grips with the situation, because like I said, this is the first time I've ever been in an accident, at least that I remember. I think I may have been in a minor accident as a child, not entirely sure, but it's just like, I think it's taken me all of this stream so far to kind of just be like, it's okay, it's not like this is gonna happen again right away, you know, it's not a common occurrence. Got to be more careful around the winter time when it's super snowy, but it sucks that, you know, because as much as I wish I was behind the wheel, it sucks because I'm a people pleaser, so I would rather have the guilt on me than anyone else have the guilt of feeling like they did something wrong, even though this was just if the only way we could have prevented this from happening was not being on the roads when we were. So I just, you know, or especially around the holiday season, if you're visiting friends, family, please be careful. Wear a seatbelt, because I fucking didn't. I don't know if I mentioned that either, but I didn't wear a fucking seatbelt. And I fucking flung into the ceiling and, like, you know, checked myself, you know, on the... I like, braced myself against the inside of the car, fucking hit shit, feel, like, super beat up. But, like, wear your goddamn seatbelt. And that's the end. The end of the... It's the end of the PSA. I'm not gonna lecture you about your fucking life's decisions, I promise. I just, after experiencing what I did today, I want you guys... You know, I just want you guys to remember some of those things. Hey, Beauty, it's okay. Put some more oil on you after this. Coconut oil seems to be, like, the best so far for her skin. I feel like I've just not been getting super good luck with some of these drops recently. Like, if you get pretty decent luck at the beginning of a run for Isaac, it's pretty easy to kind of coast through to the end. But yeah, if you're just like hanging on, hoping for that one upgrade that'll make it a little bit easier, it kind of sucks. Fuck, dude, I think I might be hitting the wall. Pops, if you're there in chatter, would you want to do a stream before your next one to kind of fill in the gap? If not, I can stream a little bit longer. I'm just hitting that wall and kind of starting to feel like it's hard to focus my eyes, and I've just been through quite a bit today. Bedtime? Alright. Well, I appreciate you guys. It is probably best for my mental and physical health to get some good sleep tonight before work. I gotta go in ridiculously early, 8 a.m. or some shit. So, assuming I don't have a super awful day at work, I'll try to do a short little stream, maybe a couple hours, who knows. But it has been such a blessing to spend all this time with you. I'm so thankful that I'm alright, and I've kind of calmed down since the situation. Shout out to everyone who stopped by to make sure I was doing alright. Shout out to anyone who gave me some, you know, well wishes, hoping I get better. It really does mean a lot. Shout out to Punch Mage, of course, for being the MVP of this comment section live chat tonight. Just absolutely keeping things interesting with all kinds of different and unique questions. That really does mean a lot. Keeps the topic of conversation consistently flowing throughout the stream, making it so it's a lot easier to kind of keep things going naturally. Shout out to Pops for moderating, of course, and for giving me the time before his stream to be able to get a good one in. Be sure to check out Pops' Hades 2 stream later tonight. It will likely be within the next couple hours. I don't know if he's gonna do something in between that, or kind of give it a little bit of time to simmer. Thank you for all the constant support throughout the past 3 to 4 years that we've been here on YouTube. It really does mean a lot. It's been quite a journey. We've been putting so much time and effort and love into this oh yeah, Beauty? So much time, passion, effort, and love into this passion project. So if you enjoy the kind of stuff that we do, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends. We always are looking for new faces. Feel free to drop a comment in an upcoming stream, or go and comment under an old stream or video. You know, just do what you can. But it's been Brave from the Vid-Bits. Thank you guys so much for watching. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Peace. Night Punch. Thanks again for the dono. And special shout out to calm down, girl. Give me 1 second. Okay? God. Special thanks to Majin Brawley for the completely unnecessary membership. That is awesome. That means the world to us. And shout out to all of our regulars. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Peace.